Okay, so today we're going to be looking at how to find the surface area of a cone. It's very similar to the surface area of a pyramid, and where you have the area of the base. And remember, a cone has a circular base, pi r squared. So this is the base area. This is the lateral area. This is the area of that sector we were talking about. And then you have your base area. And the base area should be very familiar to you, pi r squared, area of a circle. So let's look at a cone. Here you have your height, your radius, and this, of course, is called your slant height, which we use an italicized or cursive L. Formula for a surface area of a cone, pi r squared plus pi r L. The only two unknowns here are the radius and the slant height. So those are the two things we need to find in order to find the surface area of this cone. So again, here's another formula. As we're going through these videos, you should be memorizing these formulas, or at least writing them down and keeping a list. Okay, so let's find the surface area of a cone given the slant height, So I'm going to tell you that the radius is 9 centimeters and the slant height is 14 centimeters. So those are the only two things we need to know. The radius is 9, the slant height is 14. We simply plug those into the formula. So it's pi, we plug in 9 for radius, pi, 9 for radius, slant height, 14. So that becomes 81 pi plus 126 pi is 207 pi centimeters squared. Remember, it's area, so it's in square units. If you want the decimal approximation of this, you can type 207 pi into the calculator and get the decimal approximation. Okay. So now let's look at it if I give you the height instead of the slant height. So that the radius is 9 centimeters. This time I'm going to tell you the height is 12 centimeters. We're going to need to find that slant height because if you remember, we need the radius and the slant height for the formula. So the radius is 9. We need the slant height. So what we do is we use Pythagorean theorem, just like in the pyramid. This forms a right triangle. These are the legs of the right triangle. The slant height is the hypotenuse. So by Pythagorean theorem, we know that 9 squared plus 12 squared equals L squared. L comes out to be 15. If you recognize this as a Pythagorean triple, you don't have to do the Pythagorean theorem. This is a 3, 4, 5 right triangle tripled. So this is 3 times 3, 4 times 3. This would be 5 times 3. Now that you know your slant height, you simply plug it into the formula. So in place of the R, I put a 9, and in place of the L, put a 15. That comes out to be 216 pi centimeters squared. And if you, again, if you want the decimal approximation, you simply just put it in a calculator. Okay, thanks a lot.